All right, let's dive into the story behind MJ DeMarco's The Millionaire Fastlane. If you've ever been told the only way to get rich is to just sock away money for 40 years and hope for the best, well, this is for you. We're talking about a totally different way of thinking about wealth, and it all starts with one powerful idea.
And this quote right here, from Marcus Aurelius, man, it really gets to the heart of the whole thing. It's all about rejecting that conventional path. The one that everybody else is on. The path that the author, MJ DeMarco, basically says is the truly insane one.
Which brings us to this big question. That whole promise we hear our entire lives. Work hard, save up, invest in your 401k, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be rich when you're 65. Is that really the safe path to the dream? Or is it actually a trap that just tricks you into giving away the best years of your life?
Okay, so let's set the scene. Our story kicks off with the author as a pretty unmotivated teenager living in Chicago. He had all the usual dreams, right? Fancy cars, a sweet life, but absolutely no clue how to get there, especially since he wasn't going to be a pro athlete or some famous actor.
And this little detail, it just paints the perfect picture, doesn't it? We're talking about a kid who's stuffing his face with donuts, watching reruns, and is so lazy he's using a broken broomstick to change the channel from the couch. That's our starting point, folks.
And then, this one moment happens that changes absolutely everything. He's just gonna get some ice cream and he sees it. His dream car, a Lamborghini. But the guy getting out isn't some old dude with gray hair, no way. He's young, maybe 25 years old, wearing jeans and a flannel shirt. This just shatters DeMarco's entire reality. So he works up the courage, walks over, and asks the one question that would completely redirect his life. What do you do for a living?
And just like that, in that one single moment, a whole new path just lit up in his brain. He suddenly got it. You don't have to be a celebrity to be young and wealthy. There was another way, a path that theoretically was open to anybody.
But, having a big realization isn't the same as having a roadmap. So you'd think after a moment like that, it's smooth sailing, right? Well, not exactly. The years that followed were anything but a straight line to success. In fact, they were just full of detours, dead ends, and a whole lot of failure. So, after college, instead of jumping into this fast lane, he found himself stuck in a whole string of what he calls Neanderthal jobs. We're talking busboy, pizza delivery guy, limo driver, even a stock clerk in the drapery department at Sears. I mean, it was just a highlight reel of dead-end, totally ego-crushing work.
And while all this was happening, his friends were doing the normal thing, climbing the corporate ladder, getting their little 4% raises, buying new cars. And him, he was stuck, living with his mom, drowning in debt, and just sinking into this deep, dark depression. From the outside, they looked like successes, and he just felt like a total failure.
The pressure was just immense, especially from his own mom. Can you imagine hearing, "Get a job, baby," 20 times a week? It basically became the soundtrack to his life. The whole world telling him his big dream was a joke and that he should just give up already.
And then came the absolute breaking point. He's driving a limo, stuck in a crazy Chicago blizzard, his shoes are soaked, his head is pounding, and in the dead silence of that car, he has this moment of just boom, absolute clarity. It wasn't some gentle thought. He said it was like a piano falling on his head. A voice in his brain just screamed at him, "You cannot live another day like this." That moment was it. That was the catalyst. And his first move wasn't to write some business plan or anything like that. It was to change his environment. He decided right then and there to take control of his own life. And that single decision just set everything else into motion. So what does he do? He moves to Phoenix with basically nothing. We're talking $900, a beat-up old car, and a mattress so big it took up half his tiny apartment, literally spilling into the kitchen. But here's the crazy part. Even though he was flat broke, he felt rich for the very first time. Why? Because he was finally in control of his own life. And remember that awful limo job back in Chicago? Well, turns out it wasn't a total waste. A customer once asked him a simple question. "Hey, do you know a good limo company in New York?" And that sparked the idea. He realized travelers had no easy way to find ground transportation in cities they didn't know, so he decided to build a website to solve that exact problem. So the website starts getting some traction, and he begins to make decent money building sites for other companies. It was a huge step up, right? He was self-employed, but he pretty quickly realized he was still caught in the same old trap. He was just trading his time for dollars. If he didn't work, he didn't get paid. This wasn't the fast lane, it was just a higher paying version of the slow lane. Okay, this is where the story pivots. This is where it goes from a struggle to an absolutely explosive success. He had a business that worked, but he knew he had to break that link between his time and his income. He had to build something that would work for him even when he wasn't.
A friend from back home pointed out something obvious. His website was getting hundreds of people asking for quotes every single day. His advice was so simple. Dude, turn those emails into money. And that sparked this super risky, totally unproven idea. Instead of selling ads on the site, what if he sold the customer inquiries, the leads, directly to the limo companies?
At first, it was slow going. Month 1, just $473. But then, it started to accelerate. Month 2, almost $700. By month 4, over $1,800. A couple months later, it was nearly $4,000 a month, and it just kept doubling. You see, this wasn't linear growth. This was exponential. The system was really working.
And at its absolute peak, this system was generating over $200,000 a month. Let that sink in for a second. And that was profit, not revenue. He was earning in 2 weeks what most people hope to make in an entire year. That right there is the power of a system that's completely detached from your time.
And this is exactly what he had built, a money tree. It's a business system that works around the clock, 24/7. Whether you're sleeping, you're at the gym, you're on vacation. It produces money like fruit from a tree. And what does that give you? Real, genuine freedom.
So after building this incredible system, DeMarco went on this wild ride that really hammered home all the lessons he'd learned. See, his journey wasn't just about getting rich one time, it was about truly understanding the principles of how wealth is actually created.
And you're not going to believe this part. He sells the company for over $1 million, right? Only to watch the new owners, these guys with MBAs from Harvard no less, run it straight into the ground. So when it was about to go bankrupt, he bought it back for a fraction of what he sold it for, rebuilt it to be even more profitable than before, and became a multimillionaire by the time he was 33. This just proved it wasn't a fluke. It was the system he had created.
So, what are the big takeaways from all this? First, and this is huge, you do not need to be famous or have some crazy physical talent to build wealth. Second, real wealth, fast wealth, is created exponentially through systems, not linearly by trading away your time. And finally, life-altering change can literally be sparked by a single decision, in a single instant.
And Dad really brings the whole thing back to you. After hearing this story, it's the one question you have to ask yourself. Are you driving in the slow lane, just hoping to be rich when you're old and gray? Are you looking for a way to build your own system, to plant your own money tree and get yourself into the fast lane? The choice, as DeMarco found out, is all yours.